In the back of my mind, I was like, I was thinking about like what celebration can I do, what thing I can do then, but I thought, nah, leave it for the moment. What you feel is what's gonna come out at that point, and I left it, and everything came out, mate. You just kind of go crazy, man, on that finish line. And I remember some of the pictures I see. There's obviously crowds around you, and everyone's just looking at you and just like smiling and laughing, and because they know what this means, and I definitely do. My
And
friends, they've made they made the day for me. It was mixed weather. There was obviously sunshine. There was a lot of rain though, hailstorms, and it wasn't good weather to kind of be there as a supporter. But they stayed there for the 11 hours, 12 hours. Even I think it was 15 because I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So they were there for the whole time, and they've made the race good. And they're there every time you go through a lap. They're there every lap. You kind of see them there, and it just kind of gives you that extra energy. And then after that, you just kind of go celebrate afterwards with them. At the end of the race, just everyone really enjoyed it, and I'm glad they did. And it's just good to have someone there with you, just share it with, really, and celebration starts then.
amazing recount of your Switzerland Ironman, and congratulations on
That's it.
now being an Ironman. And I know that you'll go on and do more Ironman events, I feel, because you're really passionate about
Definitely.
Ironman. So I've written my book here, First Time Ironman. Did you read it, or?
As we're going through the training, obviously, this book is probably the one that I'd recommend to any kind of first-time starter. It's just full of kind of handy tips. You get a lot of books, quite lengthy, and you just want something which, especially when you're training, you just want something to kind of go back to every now and then, just kind of, especially if you're training on your own, which you will be as an Ironman. And it's good to kind of just have that kind of comfort, or someone to kind of someone who's gone through the same road as you, who's amateurs, who's kind of it's the first one, so you don't know what to expect in terms of training, in terms of am I doing it the right way. So it's good to kind of know what problems you had in your lead up to your race, and kind of document that and refer to it, because I experienced exactly the same things that you went through, exactly the same things, the kind of lows that you go through, the trainings that you do in the mornings on your own, when it's pitch black and no one about, all of that, you go through it, and it's good to kind of see that you're on the right track, and you're on to something really great.
That's great. So you'll see here's the book. You can get it on Amazon.com or .co.uk. It's called First Time Ironman by Rhys Chong, and you'll actually see Senan's written a little testimonial in the book. He is Senan, the man in the book.
That's it.
So yeah, have a read if you're a first time Ironman athlete. I think it's got a lot of value in terms of giving you what it's like to experience the training that it takes to be a first time Ironman. Senan, often people have a problem wanting to do an Ironman because they're worried about not being able to do an Ironman. Every Ironman has questions before entering the Ironman. What were your questions?
I certainly did have a lot of questions. It was obviously my background wasn't triathlon at all, and it was just running. I couldn't swim beforehand, and I thought, okay, I've come across Ironman a few times on TV or online, and you see probably the fittest people in the world training for it, and you think, how can I do it? And before you kind of go on to it, you start looking at smaller events. How can I improve my swimming? I only had a high road bike at the time. How can I kind of go from that to properly compete in an Ironman? And you think, okay, let's start with the swimming. Started working on that, and then 1 year in, my swimming was good, my cycling side to pick up as well. And then even then you're still far from anything to do with Ironman. If you're in the sprints, it's a big jump. It's not something you kind of do there and then. The fears I had was, what if I fail? What if I don't make it to make the race, or or throughout the race if I don't make it? And the biggest question is, can I actually do it? Like, that's the biggest question I had. And to answer these two was, if I do fail, if I didn't pass it or get there, I'll try again, and I'll keep trying. I'll try again until I get there. So that was one out of the way. Can I do it? Who knows? Let's try it and give it a go, really. If I don't, I'm probably in a better place than where I am right now. I couldn't swim beforehand. Okay, if I don't make the 2.4 miles, I'll do 1 mile, which is better than I was. So the biggest thing, or the biggest kind of, or the best thing that I've done was taking that first step. And no matter where you are at the minute, as long as you kind of keep gradual progress throughout the year, or throughout the 6 months, you'll get there. But the biggest thing that you have to do, or the most important thing, is to register, commit yourself to something, and tell everyone. I know it sounds scary, just tell everyone. And at that point, you can't back out of it. That's it, commit to it. I chose Zurich because it's far away. I wanted it to be special, in a nice scenery, nice location. I wanted my friends to be around me, so I wanted to have a holiday with it as well. So it was not only the race, it was after that we had the holiday in Switzerland, which I definitely recommend. And I wanted it to be a special week for me, and that's what I'd recommend to any first timers who want to kind of get into the sport. And it's a great sport. It's a great community. Everyone's supportive. Wherever you go for a training session, everyone wants you to do well. And I've done a lot of sports, and this is a very, very special place to be, and a special sport to be.
Lovely. Say you've done it now, what would be the one thing that you could say to a first timer to motivate them to say that it's possible to do it?
Yeah. If you want to challenge yourself, if you want to join a very, very special club, seriously, it is a special club, and I'm honoured to be in it. And it's that for me is my motivation, the fire that kind of started within me is just to be an Ironman, and that title alone is incredible, and no one can take that away from you. That's it. You're an Ironman. That's it. Done.
Well, all the best in the future in your races.
Thanks very much, Rhys.
See you on the road.